Hi,
welcome back to Oddvice. episode 4 of season 2. My name is Kristen McAtee.
And I'm Alex Coate.
We have known each other since 2004.
Yeah.
That's
correct.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
2004.
18 years?
We were just little
17
chickens.
Years.
We were in
fifth grade. First day of fifth grade. Do they know, like...
Do you guys know how we met?
Our first
Because I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Well, I know because you told me. I don't remember. Sorry.
Do you guys know this? Should we tell it?
Yeah.
I was walking around. I think I have told it. Maybe it was on a live or something.
Say it again.
I was walking around fifth grade and I was new to the school, so I didn't have any friends.
Loser.
And I saw you walking around with Leanna.
Oh, Leanna's our other friend and our roommate, to those of you who don't know.
Right. And I remember thinking, oh, I want a friend like that. You walked up, or I think I walked up to like a little group of people, and you and Leanna were in it, and you guys were like twins. Like you guys walked in sync.
Wow.
You guys, and I think you introduced yourself as like
my best friend.
Yeah,
probably.
And I remember thinking, oh, I hope I get a best friend like that.
And you swooped me.
So woo.
Now we're all best friends.
Yeah.
No, I really do wish I remembered that, because that sounds
I remember we were
so
out on
cute. The blacktop.
The blacktop.
I can vision it because that's a very like common place. We were there every morning for all of our schooling.
The blue line. Wait, do you want to hear a funny story?
What?
So you guys, this blacktop at our elementary school, you used to like have to walk
like the
perimeter of it before school started. Like if you got to school early, you just walk in circles.
So weird. That is so weird in theory.
One time this was like when I first, like my first couple of days of school. I was walking the blue line. I was by myself because I hadn't made friends yet, and I was looking back and I walked right into a pole, and I like face planted into a pole, and I like fell back. And I remember thinking, great, now no one's gonna be my friend.
Imagine the teacher that saw that and wanted to laugh so bad, but was like, also shit, an 8-year-old just hurt themselves pretty fucking bad. Aww,
yeah,
it's okay. It all worked out. Before we laugh any further, that sounds really sorry.
Oh my god.
I just want to give an update. So we are pre-recording this episode right now, like 2 weeks in advance. You guys will be seeing this August 30th, I believe.
Correct.
Yeah. So hi, future selves.
Hi.
We wanted to give a Patreon update because I guess by the time this is out, we'll have already given the update, but this is the first time we're able to announce it on
the podcast.
Right. So Patreon update. I don't want to get too wordy, so I'm just gonna read these bullet points that I have from earlier.
We finally felt like we came up with a solution that's, not everyone's gonna be happy always, but we feel like this is a good compromise.
Yeah, good compromise for the initial issue, and then a good compromise for our team. We had a meeting with them recently where we kind of worked out a schedule and what works for everybody on a financial level, on a scheduling level, on just all levels. So we really, really put a lot of work in this, and thank you so much for your patience and your understanding. It's definitely, I thought it was going to be something we'd change in a snap of a finger, but we're both learning. It's just, there's so much more that goes into this. Like the podcast industry is fucking crazy. I don't know. That's a whole other thing. Okay. So, update number 1, Thursday episodes are now going to be Friday episodes because we just need a little more time for production, because it'll make sense in a sec. Friday episodes are now available for all 3 tiers. The first tier is audio only. The second and third tier will get audio and visual. The first tier is $5 a month, and we did just want to clarify that it is not $5 an episode.
Yeah,
that was a big thing. We're like, what
a lot of
fuck?
people thought it was per episode, but no, it's for the full month.
And that's 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Also, we're just telling you the updates for the Friday episodes. There's so many other perks that go into all these tiers.
Early access things, extras, videos, things like that.
Yes.
The Discord.
Right. That's my next point. Our Discord chat is so much fun. We've talked about it a few times. It's literally a group chat with you guys. We have the app on our phone, so it pops up just like a text. We're in there updating you guys like all the time. It's so much fun. So please, if if you sign up, even the lowest tier has access to Discord. So please, at the very least, come join Discord. It's so fun. All of you guys are so nice to each other.
Right.
And nice to,
it's such a community at this point.
Community.
I love seeing it.
I fucking love it. And then lastly, billing cycle starts the first of every month. Can you explain that? I feel like you're going to be better explaining this out. If you join before or after the first.
Right. If you join the middle of the month, you'll get charged for the full month, which is fine because you still get the full month's content.
And previous months.
But if you say you start on the 20th, you'll get charged on the 20th, but then you'll get charged again on the 1st. You guys are going to see this episode on the 30th. So if you want to sign up for our Patreon, it's best to do it on the 1st so that you pay for that month and you don't get charged 2 days in a row for
a full month's thing. Just a little tip for you guys. We figured we'd let you know. But again, when you're signing up, you're also getting all content from the beginning of time on Patreon. So it's you get what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
So totally up to you, but we did want to let you know about the billing cycle. But yes, that is our update. If you have any questions, we will be answering comments down below. Tweet us, DM us, talk to us on Discord. But either way, no pressure. We just wanted to let you guys know the update. Regardless, Monday episodes are still free and will always be free. Love doing them either way, and thank you for your support either way.
Yes.
Sorry, it's such a change of pace when we talk about it. It's been such a process to finally figure out what's going to work, and we're just glad that we figured it out, and it's out there for you guys, and we appreciate your support either way.
Thank you so much. Check out our Patreon.
What else? We're going to Bonnaroo this weekend.
Whoa.
I'm so excited. We leave Thursday. We're going to a festival, Alex.
I'm so excited. Catch me. I will stay in the beer garden
the
whole time. I'll sleep there. Pitch a tent.
Oh my God. We literally could. Actually, you can't. Bonnaroo.
No, not on site.
Yeah.
They definitely kick you out.
There's a festival where you can sleep on site of.
Yeah, one of the festivals I went to, Oregon Eclipse.
You can literally pitch a tent next to the taco
it's
stand.
Cool. They have a whole jungle gym area next to the lake. And a lot of people just hung hammocks and just
oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, no, Bonnaroo's not like that.
Right. Bonnaroo's not like that. It's cool, but it's also you can't escape the music.
Yeah.
The stages go literally 24 hours, and it kind of drives you crazy.
That's torture.
It is.
It's whatever frequency they're playing, if it's not the perfect frequency, you're literally going to go mad.
Well, when I went there, our car camping spot was right next to the Psytrance stage. And if you don't know, please just find a playlist on Spotify and listen to a Psytrance. And it's cool for a vibe, not 24/7.
No.
For that, and that festival is a week long.
Yo, on top of people probably doing drugs, your brain's already in that altered state, and then these frequencies are getting to you, and lack of sleep, malnourishment, dehydration.
Yep.
Festivals are scary.
Terrifying.
Festival, we actually did a festival episode. Maybe we need to elaborate on it more, but the safety of festivals is you really got to take care of yourself. Oh my God.
We will, and we're good at that.
Oh, we're so good at that. I just mean in general,
right.
I'm too good at that. Yeah. At festivals, I'll look at the time. I'll be I haven't had water in 30 minutes. I need to drink water. I'm so hyper aware of my level of health, because the second I start feeling shitty, then I want to go home.
Right.
I already
we want to keep it up.
Exactly. But we're so excited.
Yes.
And you have to be vaccinated or negative test to get in. There's literally another wristband you get, and if you don't have that, it's called health check wristband. You literally can't get in, which is so fun. So if any of you guys are going to be at Bonnaroo, if you see us, please come say hi.
Please come say hi.
That would be so cool to see you guys. But either way, we're really excited, and we're probably gonna vlog it, so we'll have that up on our Patreon too. We figured
it was an extra little vlog. That'd be fun.
If we're gonna start doing fun things again, we should share it with you guys. Right.
Get excited because we're gonna have our first guest soon.
Our second guest. Our third guest. We've had Liza.
I meant of the season.
Yeah. So
of the season.
When this comes out, we're actually recording tonight, the 30th, with my sister.
Yeah.
And at this moment, I don't know how to label what we're talking about, but it's gonna be something deep.
Yeah.
I feel like we can't really put a full title to it. We're still kind of working it out, because again, it's a week from us pre-recording right now. But yeah, we're really excited about that. I know she's been a hyped guest. I feel like I talk about her so highly, as she deserves. And I know a lot of you guys are like, damn, you should do episodes with your sister. So, oh well. I am on I'm halfway through season 2 of Friends, you guys.
My dream is coming true.
Yes. Alex has been trying to get me to watch Friends forever. I've always started, like, I feel like I've always gotten through like season 1 for the most part. I know.
Right. And you know, like a lot of things. You're like, wait, I feel like I've seen this before. And it's
just because it's so iconic.
Right. I was going to say damn near every episode has like an iconic like quote or piece of information or like, I don't know, maybe this is just coming from a mega fan, but like everything's important. And I feel like literally we'll be going throughout our day, you guys, and I'm like, there was an episode of Friends where and so I feel like I've told you a little bit of every episode.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely already know the story, but it's cool to see. There's so many aspects of the show that are cool to see, like the fashion for one. Oh so my God, cool. Yeah. The jokes, the type of humor, the pace of the show, like cinematically, it's produced so different than like current shows.
Right. The development of each character.
Yes. Like I noticed like the format of the show is like there's a plot in the episode, but then literally every like 3 to 5 minutes there's one punchline. One punchline. It's just like plot punchline, plot punchline, back and forth. I don't know. It's a really cool show to watch.
You like it?
I do really like it, and it's crazy because it's just been so anticipated for me, at least in my realm, having you just like barking down my neck all of our lives how much you fucking love the show. But I have to say it's worth it. I see a lot of memes that say like Friends isn't even funny. I think it's funny. I think people need to watch it with like a sitcom mindset. It's supposed to be corny. It's supposed to be punchliney. Like
right. And that was a big thing. I tried to get my ex to watch it. And he was like, I hate the background laugh track.
Oh, I love that.
Me too. It's like because you're looking at it from a sitcom perspective.
Right.
Like
it's not Breaking Bad.
It's a form of art that just like requires these checkpoint like checklist things, and sitcoms have a fucking laugh track,
right?
And yeah, the sense of humor is very specific. Like I think I got my sense of humor from Friends,
and then you and I have the same sense of humor, so of course I'm gonna think it's funny too.
Right.
I definitely like I feel the humor on like a personal level.
Yeah.
I love the characters too. Everybody's so fun. The only thing I dislike is I think when Monica tries to be funny, I kind of hate it.
Really?
I think something about her humor, they wrote her to be just a little too like cringy for me.
Okay.
But like it's fine. Like she's so necessary. Like it's fine.
She's like she's obnoxious and she's very like.
Remember, I'm only on the midway through season 2. Yeah. She's going to develop. We got 8 more seasons.
Right. I've told you before that shit kind of starts. Season 4 is my favorite season.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where like it kicks off.
Okay.
I feel like I don't know.
You've built a heartstring for everybody.
Right. That comes the point where it's like they could literally do whatever and sit on a couch the whole episode and you'll still love it.
Right.
Yeah.
I love all the cold opens too. I think that needs to be brought back.
So
well, The
funny.
Office did that. Like they did the cold open, but I could tell they're also iconic. Like there's something like you get excited for just like, how do I say this? Like usually when you start a show, the first 10 minutes is setup.
Yep.
No, the second you turn on Friends, you're already like excited to just get that cold open and like laugh your ass off.
You already feel like you're hanging out with a friend group.
They're so funny.
Love them.
That show does give me that sense of like, no pun intended, but Friends.
Yeah.
Like that's how I felt with the original Gossip Girl when I binged that a few years ago with Leanna. Like when I was done with it, I was like, I miss my friends.
Yeah.
Like I felt like
you're part of the friend group.
That's so creepy. These people don't even know we exist.
I mean, yeah, and they're fictional.
Right.
I think that just speaks more on how successful the show is.
Right. And like the writing and everything.
Right.
We were
of a hair.
Oh, thank you. We were sitting on the couch yesterday. We didn't do shit.
Nope. We had one of those days and it was a Saturday. The whole day I thought it was Sunday.
Because we didn't do shit. Right. We usually don't do shit Sundays. But today's Sunday and we've been pretty productive. We went to like the farmer's market. We're recording right now. Like we had a productive morning. But so Friday night I went out with our friend Kaya. She's 21 and fucking crazy. So like you already know the type of night we had. For those of you who don't know, we were 26. So it's just like different vibe. So I was hungover as fuck. And originally we planned Saturday to be like, we were like, let's go to a cafe, like let's brainstorm merch, da da da.
Literally planned such a productive day.
And you stayed in. You didn't come out with me. So you were so ready for this. And then I woke up the next day and I was like, I can't feel good. I can't move. Ordered ramen for breakfast.
We stayed on the couch literally from sunrise to sundown.
Like got up maybe 3 times to pee. Like just rotten on the couch. But when I'm hungover, I cannot wear clothes.
No, yeah, she like you came down in a hoodie, and at one point we were FaceTiming someone and you were like, hold on, and you set the phone down and literally just takes off her sweatshirt and just like wraps her body in a blanket. I can't. We're so used to it.
Right. Yeah, my household doesn't care, but like I just can't be like touched when I'm hungover. It's just a thing I do. But Alex runs down. We're like we always, I feel like on Sundays, whenever we have lazy Sundays, again, it was Saturday, but we treated it like a Sunday. We halfway through the day, we take a break, we pause the movie, pause the show, whatever it is, and we go upstairs and we shower.
Just like freshen up.
We just like, it's like a halftime. So I did that. I like had to go wash off my night, and I come back down naked, of course, because I just told you. And she goes back up to shower, and she comes down and she's wearing her Central Perk boxers, a t-shirt, and she has another t-shirt in her hand. She's like, here, I brought you a Friends shirt. Do you want to wear it?
So we can get in the mood.
So I put it on. And we kept watching Friends.
In Friends merch. You guys, I have a full part of my closet that's just all like Friends apparel.
It's so crazy. I make Alex coffee. I make coffee every morning, and when I make her coffee, I always put it in her Central Perk mug.
Yeah.
She's literally a child that's obsessed with her favorite show.
But that's how Friends fans are.
I know.
I literally have a tattoo.
I know. Like, you're not alone. I know you're not.
It's a
You gotta
cult.
go to convention.
I need to find like a Reddit. Like,
you need to find just like a group
Friends.
of people. Friends.
I need to find friends for Friends.
I love the show, but I know I'll never be like you because I don't have that like emotional.
And I've literally watched it since I was born. Like my parents, like we used to watch it as new episodes were rolling out.
Whoa.
It started in 1994. I was born in 95, and my parents were obsessed. So we literally every Thursday night.
Are they still obsessed?
Yeah, we have all seasons on DVD, and we like all of my family lives in different parts of the United States.
Right.
My brother lives in North Carolina. My parents live up in the Bay, and we just like ship them back and forth.
You got to be careful.
No, they're literally an artifact.
Yes, someone's gonna take those, and that's gonna suck
hope
ass.
not.
They probably sell for so much too, like the whole set.
Yeah, it's a complete set with bloopers and everything. Okay. What
are you wearing?
Should we do? Okay. This is a shirt that I found at a gas station.
It's actually so nice.
Yeah,
I like how it's like
thick.
canvasy.
I think it's like a good cotton. Anyway, it's a backwoods honey pack tee, honeyberry.
But it's a Thrasher logo,
right?
But like
and it's definitely not actually honey pack brand.
No, yeah, they definitely just
backwoods.
It was from a gas station. They had no licensing rights.
No, literally none. I think it was like $12.
What pants are you wearing?
I'm not wearing pants, but I'm wearing. I don't know whose socks these are. Definitely didn't buy them. Could they be Tanners?
Oh, they probably are Tanners.
Yeah, they're Tanners.
Okay. Well, I'm wearing white socks. Wait, these are the socks from a few episodes ago. A few episodes ago we did
a story time.
The story time.
Are those them? I didn't know they were. Are you sure?
Yeah, I promise. We did a story time about when we were stood up by professional athletes twice. And this was one of the basketball players' socks. When we were there,
small feet.
I know. we were about to go out to the club, as you know, as part of the story. And I was wearing shoes but no socks because I do that sometimes. And
we didn't know we'd be going to the club, so you needed a pair of socks.
I feel like you're gonna be standing, dancing. Like I needed socks.
Right.
So he had a fresh bag of socks on the dining room table of the Airbnb.
Just snatched a couple.
Well, I was going to snatch it, and he's like, "Yeah, you could take them." And I was like, "Oh, I was literally gonna take them either way." But thank you for the permission. I'm wearing cheetah print shorts, and then I'm wearing my big vintage car tee that I've wear probably once a week for the past 3 years of my life, and that's it. What's your song of the day?
Nice. My song of the day is. Okay, so we all know, if you have a TikTok, you know that Greta Van Fleet is like popping off right now.
Mm-hmm.
So my song of the day is Heat Above by Greta Van Fleet. But fun little story time. I used to work for a company called Stitch Fix, and the band it's mostly composed of 3 brothers, and I used to style their mom. She was like, yeah, she was like a reoccurring client of mine.
Sick.
When you're a stylist, you have you work with like the same people, like reoccurring clients. Right. And I remember she came up in my queue, and she was like, yeah, I'm the mom of Greta Van Fleet. And I'm like, aww. So this was back in like 2017. Right. So I looked them up. They like clearly hadn't popped off yet. And I was like, oh, cool. Like her sons formed a band. How cute.
Oh, she's like so proud of her sons.
Right. And now they're like literally one of the biggest like rock bands.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that she's so proud of them.
Right. It was cute. Yeah. And they're sick.
Maybe I'll know a song if I hear it, but I don't.
Oh my God, you would die. I can't believe you haven't heard.
Well, maybe I have. Okay. I'm so bad with like names. Same with like actors and shit. Like I know what people look like, but I don't know names.
Oh, I'm
like,
good with names.
I'm good with faces, terrible with names.
Yeah.
My song of the day. Oh, let's talk about our Lord and Savior, Lorde. Dropped her album August 20th. Haven't had a chance to talk to you guys about it. How do we like it? How are we feeling? I love it. I was telling Alex, like, the past 4 years since Melodrama is seriously my number 1 favorite album of all time, has had that spot for the past 4 years. I literally want a Melodrama tattoo. Like, that album it runs through my veins. And that album, the narrative of the album is a little
melodrama.
Right. It's melodramatic. It's a little more moody, and some parts are negative, sad, whatever. And then Solar Power is so happy. So since Melodrama, I've been craving Lorde's new album, thinking, I'm ready to get back to that old feeling of Melodrama. And then she dropped Solar Power, and it's so happy, and it's so positive, and it's light, and it's theatrical, and it makes you smile. Like it's so vibey. And I notice, like, if I can like relate my life to Lorde dropping her shit, she dropped it in a time where I'm also so happy in my personal life. So it's really cool to see how, like, when Melodrama came out, like it matched my vibe because I was in a darker time, and now Solar Power is out and it's still matching my vibe. Like, I feel so connected to her in that sense.
And I remember you 2020, when you were kind of going through like a big shift in your life, you were like, oh, I just need a Lorde album. Album. But you didn't, because it wasn't that time of your life.
Right. Like Solar Power would not have hit at that time. I would have been like, what is this happy shit? I can't take it.
Right. So like, now it was almost like it like aligned perfectly with your happy,
It did. Like I don't know. It was really cool to see. But my I guess I would put it as my favorite song. Again, the album just came out, so like I digest albums for like a minute. Yeah. I don't say my favorites right off the bat yet. Like, I'm still feeling it out, but right now I like Secrets from a Girl Who's Seen It All. I feel like that's kind of
it's a good one.
It's a good favorant one, but I like Dominoes too. Oh my God, I like
Dominoes.
I like them all. I like Man with the Axe. Really like that one.
The names are so funny.
I know, they're so weird. I like California.
California's good.
She also did a little thing at the beginning of the album on Spotify where you can like watch her talk about the album, which I thought was so cool. And she just seems so happy and like cute and like happy. I don't know. I'm really excited for her. We put our songs of the day on our Spotify playlist. Just look up Oddvice. It's our favorite songs, and we have a season 2 playlist. Season 1 is still a very amazing playlist. We just figured it was getting so long, so we just want to switch it up.
And they're a little dated, so
right.
This will be just like a current form of our music habits right now.
Yes. And then if you join Patreon, a lot. I forget who it was exactly, but somebody I forget what tier too, but one of the patrons, literally what are we going to call them, started a collaborative playlist. So all you guys have been throwing songs in there, which I thought is so cool.
Right.
So that's there to access as well. Okay, pulling up my notes. Let's get into today's episode. We thought about this last night. We were sitting on the couch, and I was just like, dude, it's crazy to think about how our future children, our future selves, are going to see all of this, all of Oddvice, all of my YouTube videos, all of our Instagram
to go back
posts.
And watch.
They're just gonna be able to go watch and get a scoop into our lives as young adults. And that's so crazy to think about because that's never really been done before. Sure, photo albums, home videos, that has always been a thing. But like to this level.
And this kind of content, like really it's, we don't have kids yet. They're not like, usually when you go back and look at, you know, past things of your parents, it's usually like you said, home videos that you're in
already.
Yeah. And you're kind of the center of attention. But it's like people are going to be able to go back and see their parents on social media when it was like literally their lives before children.
Yes. Like
that's so crazy.
We are so far away from our kids right now.
Right.
But we want this episode to be kind of for them.
Dedicated to our future children.
A letter to them. So, oh my God, like I don't even want to look at the camera right now.
Wait, okay.
This is a Friends episode. Yes. Oh my fucking God.
Not to be cliche as fuck, but there's a Friends episode where I think went before. Oh, maybe I shouldn't. This is a spoiler for you.
Okay, don't.
Okay, yeah, I'm not going to. Never mind.
Sorry, I'm chewing ice. Hold on, ASMR.
ASMR
was that nice?
Freaks me out.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah,
you either love it or hate it.
I'm a I think my brain loves it. But like it's weird.
Like you don't like that it feels
like something. It makes my brain vibrate.
Oh.
No, I hate it.
I'm not affected by it whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm big triggered by ASMR.
Okay. Is ASMR still a thing, kids?
Totally.
For them though?
Yeah.
Our children.
Oh, our children.
Yes, not right now.
Okay, got you. Got you.
Remember, this episode's for them. We're not talking to anybody else.
Right.
Yeah. So we just wanted to like talk to
time capsule fill the future shit.
Yes. What's up? Hold on. What's your name? What who's your dad?
Who's your dad?
Who's your daddy? Literally, like
who's your daddy?
Like they don't know what that meme is.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think about.
Meme culture and shit.
Who's your dad? How old are you? Like,
why are you like? What brought you to watch this episode? Like, did I force you to watch it?
Right. Probably. I feel like, yeah. I wonder if your kids like Friends.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, did your friends like? Oh my God! Did you know your parents were on YouTube? Back in the early 20s.
Oh whoa!
Stop it.
What happened with COVID?
Yeah.
Where has it gone? The Delta variant just came out. Just so you can kind of get a timeline of what's happening in what year is it? 2021. Oh my God. Like this is easily not going to be watched until when do you think we're going to have kids?
You know what's crazy is like I always thought I'd be a young parent, like because my parents were young. My parents had my brother when they were 20, so I always thought I would be a young parent, and no. Like now
I'm 26.
I'm turning 26 next month.
Yeah.
And I really don't see myself having kids at least till like my early 30s.
Me too. That's crazy to think about.
But I think it like life timeline shifted between generations.
Like 30 is the new 20 type thing. Yeah. Like I totally see it like that. What else can we ask? Who's the president?
Who's the press?
I want to like, first of all, kid, what is your name? Should we? I don't want to like say a name because then if I, weird. Hi kid.
Children. I hope our kids are watching it together.
They are for sure. Not worried about that. Not worried about it at all. Please listen to all the episodes. I think.
Yeah.
If I could give you a crash course of things I want to teach you while raising you that I might have forgot about. Listen to this podcast because we're in our 20s right now and I feel like there's a lot that I might like forget when you're a little bit older.
Right. And we kind of built this podcast on the notion that we were older sisters and we're helping out people who are going through things that we've gone through. Mm-hmm. And like that could very easily be translated in how we want to raise our children.
Absolutely. But then it'll also be crazy for us to watch this older because
we're gonna know so much more,
right? Like I'm sure there's so much we're gonna look back and be like, damn, I was so stupid. Like we're probably gonna watch the breakup episode right now. It was only a few weeks ago and we agree with every word we put out there,
right?
But when we go through a few more heartbreaks, we're gonna be like, whoa. Oh bitch, you didn't know shit. You thought you knew shit, but you don't know shit.
But that's like the beauty of life. Like you get to, you're so everything that you put out there in your life, you're so this is like what I believe. But in the future, it's
all change.
Yeah, it can all change, and that's the beauty of it.
That's crazy. Even thinking about like, I used to be so against tattoos, you guys.
Yeah,
I used to be like,
you used to hate music.
Okay,
that
always sounds
music.
So no. Like miserable. I did not hate music. I've always actually really liked music. I wasn't like a partier. I didn't like it loud. Like,
yeah,
I wasn't like, music for me was,
it wasn't like a hype for you at all.
Right. Music was a background sound, not how I started my day jumping around the house dancing. I was also in a very different dark time in my life when that was the reality of music for me. But like, it's weird how life changes. Yeah. Oh my God. That's so weird. Like, I feel like, I guess it depends how old you kids are when you listen to this, but I hope you're happy. I hope you're staying true to yourself.
Never be afraid to be who you are.
Yeah.
I think that's like my biggest thing is don't be scared to be you.
How do I put this in words? I don't really know. I can't think of what I was going to say, but something your grandma taught me is, if you have to think twice about anything, don't do it. Like when it comes to like decisions, you might, like if there's like a peer pressure situation or anything at school or anything like that, like my mom always told me, if you have to think twice, don't do it. I'm just spitting out like random advice at this point, like things, I don't know, just things little life lessons. Like what are some like little life lessons we could just like spit out at them right now? If 8-year-old you was sitting on this bed, what would you say to her right now?
8 years old. Where was I?
Like, how about this? Like little us, like the year we met, we were 9.
Yeah.
We're sitting on this bed right now. It's like that TikTok trend that's happening right now, like talking to your 10-year-old self or 12-year-old self.
And you know what? After little sidebar, after you told me about when we had last week, we had the dream episode, and you told me that my sleep demon might be my inner child. I haven't stopped thinking about that. And I know that's something that you practice, especially with therapy, but like I don't talk to my inner child ever.
You should.
Ever.
She needs it.
Right.
I always thought it was some hocus pocus bullshit, but the second I did it, the relief I felt was on a physical level.
Yeah.
My shoulders relaxed, my jaw unclenched. Like, it's real. It's real in my realm, at least.
Do you have any speaking points you can talk about? Like things that you've learned in therapy about talking to your inner child, or like how to go about it? Like, how do you address it?
Yeah. So, it's very uncomfortable to do because it almost feels like you're playing a game of make believe as a kid.
Right.
My therapist would literally be like, if she saw me reacting something negatively, she kind of taught me that whenever I'm confused on a reaction of something, like if you can't figure out why you're reacting, try and ask younger you what they need. Because usually really heavy reactions to something stem from how you were raised. Like, for example, when I have a plan for a day, I'm going to go do this and then do this after, like I have a full plan and something goes out of line, I don't freak out, like tantrum or anything, but it triggers something in me that I had as a kid where time management for me as a kid was something that made me really anxious because like my mom was always late to places and it would always be a reflection of me. I'd walk up to school late and I'd get yelled at even though it was my mom's fault. I can't fucking drive. Or I'd be late to cheer practice. I'd have to run 3 laps. Not my fault. It was my mom's fault. I didn't drive myself here. Like when I was working through that in therapy and I didn't connect it to the childhood me yet, I was like, it just makes me so angry. I get so like annoyed when people have no time management skills. So she said, okay, I'm going to have you talk to your inner child. And I was like, what the fuck? This is the first time we'd ever done it. I was like, what? Whoa. Like in my head, I'm like, oh, she's probably thinking like, I'll just talk to her in my head. She's like, no, I want you to talk out loud. Because if we talk in our head, you're not talking to your inner child.
Right.
She said, imagine that she's sitting next to you and ask her what she needs right now. And like it was silent for a sec, but then I like breathed and I like talking to present Kristen. I was like, come on, Kristen. She knows, she's your therapist. She knows what she's talking about. Just try and talk to her. And it was really hard for a sec because I think I've told you guys, like, I don't really like look at baby pictures of me a lot. I don't really have a lot of them, at least handy. I know like maybe at my grandparents I do, but like it's hard for me to like remember what I even looked like. So I had to try and channel that. And then once I saw younger Kristen, I asked her what she needed, and she needed a hug. Oh, she literally was like, I need a hug. Like I can't explain it. If you've done inner child work before, you like, you know what I mean. But like it was almost at this other person, not other person because it's still you, but like it's not another, your inner monologue, right? It's another narrative. And you see her and like she like looked at me, like she was sitting to the right with me. I was doing a therapy session in my car because I just like want to get out of the house one day, and she was in my passenger seat. And no, it's not like a psychedelic thing where I fully saw her or anything like that.
Right. You feel it.
You feel it. And
whoa.
Yeah.
I don't think I remember enough from my childhood to like channel that.
You got to go to therapy then. Yeah. Because I don't remember a lot either. And that's a problem.
Yeah.
Not remembering things is a trauma response. That's
right.
Trauma comes in so many shapes and forms. I feel like you loved your childhood, generally speaking. Like you have a tight-knit relationship with your family, like all that. It just because you have trauma from your childhood doesn't mean you had a fucked up childhood,
right?
So like I don't know, I always want to put that out there because every trauma is valid. That's what I'm trying to say. It's all relative. So even if it was just like a response you had to like the one time your mom spent more time with your brother one day and not you, like that's all valid. Like as a kid, that shit ain't easy. So yeah, inner child work. The main question she gets to get me to dive in is, what does that kid need right now? And it's usually something so simple like a hug or validation. Just, it's okay that you feel that way right now, Kristen. And then like, like Monica's told me to like close my eyes and imagine that younger you running up to you. Just like running, like hella happy to see you. What would you say? You'd pick her up and you'd hold her and you'd be so happy to see her. And then if she started crying, what would you say to her? Oh my God, please, like, don't cry. You're perfect. You're amazing. You're going to do such great things.
Holy
like,
shit.
Think about that right now.
Yeah,
think about
I'm holding, like, so much is turning in my head right now.
Think about holding your little cousin. So I put it in that perspective because it was, like I said, it was so hard for me to channel my inner child. So I had to use my niece for a little bit. Yeah. Because my niece, it was so much easier to channel her because I obviously know what she looks like right now. That's like the age that I wanted to talk to of myself. Right. So when I couldn't channel myself, I would channel Sarah. And I would think, okay, if Sarah ran up to me right now crying because someone hurt her feelings,
like, what do you think she'd need?
Oh my God. And I would just praise her, and not just praise to make her feel better, praise because it's fucking true, because she is a badass little kid and she's gonna do great things. And that's how we have to talk to ourselves.
Holy shit. First of all, this episode is taking a turn real quick. I did not think we'd get here, but right. This is crazy. Shit's turning in my head. I used to be told a lot that I was too sensitive. I grew up around a lot of strong-minded people. And I used to be told a lot that I was too sensitive and like I took everything personal. And if my younger me was sitting here, like I know for a fact if she was just told she was too sensitive or to suck it up, all she would want is for someone to tell her that like it's okay to have this reaction and to be sensitive. Yep. Because now I think this, oh my God, this is a fucking therapy session for me, you guys. Now I think that's a huge reason why I don't talk about my feelings a lot.
Because someone shut them down for so long.
Right. I don't share that shit with anyone. And it's hard for me to like come to terms with my feelings because like growing up, I constantly like devalidate. Is that a word?
Sure.
Invalidated them. Like, you're okay. You're fine.
Right.
And I was like fine and okay for so long. But like.
Because it's also valid to suck it up sometimes.
Right.
I feel like
and we've said that before.
Balance.
Yeah.
Right. Like sometimes you do just need to be like, all right, bitch, get over it.
Get it together.
But as a child doesn't have that, what's the word? Common sense in a way. Like, when you speak to a child, they take everything literal. They don't know sarcasm. They don't know how to take things with a grain of salt. When you tell a kid to suck it up, they quite literally are like, oh, mom,
and
dad,
it's
whoever.
a physical reaction too. They literally suck it up. They're like,
okay.
Yep.
Because you were told to. But adults speak to children like we speak to other adults. And in some ways that's great because, you know, you never want to over baby something.
Right.
But in some ways it's totally taken the wrong way.
Yeah.
So like my mom would always say, what you can give to people, but never expect anything back. When you hear that as an adult, you're like, well, duh. Like you shouldn't expect things back. Like you don't give compliments to get one back. You don't do favors for people to get them back. You do it because it's the kindness of your heart. So you and I could take that with a grain of salt and process it in a healthy way.
Yeah.
When she told me that as a kid, I was like, okay, so I love doing things for people. That's always been a love language of mine. And I would do that as a kid and quite literally expect nothing back. So it never the balance never grew. I was always like, oh, it's just a one-way street. And I went years and years and years up until only a few years ago thinking it is a one-way thing. It's your language, but don't expect it back. And I know on paper I just said the same thing, but when you tell like I keep saying, you tell a kid that, like I took it literal. So now when people do things back for me,
it makes you uncomfortable.
I'm so fucking uncomfortable. I'm like, oh, you don't do this. This isn't how it's supposed to go. Granted, I'm working through it, so it's getting easier. But like, you know, like based off my beliefs all of my life, I was like, what the fuck? Like you don't have to do that back to me. Yeah, you have to like really speak to your inner child and any children around you with just a tender heart and honesty.
Yeah.
And like I feel like I say this now, but obviously things can change as I get older and I become an actual parent, but excuse me. I feel like I'm always hiccuping and shit in this. Like I'm sorry guys, I literally have such bad IBS. I'm going to speak to my kids, and kid, if you're watching, I hope I followed through with this. Don't hold me to it. I will try my hardest to speak to you the way I would speak to the younger me, with sympathy and compassion and understanding and patience and love, and maybe a little tough love too, because I'm still a McAtee, and still right. I feel like that's just in my blood at this point. But like, yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that.
No, that was great.
Oh, little Kristen, who the fuck is your dad? Literally, who did we have kids with? Do we know them right now? You know?
Yeah, like what? How'd they meet? Oh, cute.
Like, have I met them yet in 2021? Are they watching this too? Hey, babe.
Hey.
Look, I'm so cute when I was 26. This is so weird. I wonder if this is as weird for you guys, like listeners. I feel like this is very much like a us experience.
Yeah, but like, did this get some wheels turning?
Exactly.
Like, about talking to your inner child, but like inner child, future self. I feel like this kind of leads back to like, it's all the same soul at the end of the day. Like, yep. We're all bits of, not to get like too into spirituality, but we're all bits of the universe, just like placed into different vessels. Mm-hmm. And we're just kind of like all putting out there what we want to feel back. So it's like, we're talking to our future child, we're talking to our inner child, we're talking to you guys, we're talking to, you know, it's just like the karmic circle of life.
Yep. I hope this inspires you guys to even like write down some of the questions we're asking ourselves and maybe just answer them in your head or in your journal or out loud. I think I did a video on my personal channel like a year or two ago where I did a letter to my 28-year-old self.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that. I haven't watched it since. I promise. I even said on the video, like, I will not watch that video until I'm 28. I'm not going to do it.
That's such a cool birthday present to yourself.
I did it because I was fucking going through it. I literally was having such a bad day, and I just remember thinking, like, this is temporary, and how do you want to look back on this time of your life, Kristen? Like, I asked myself that this day, and I turned on my camera and I just like talked to my future self and checked in with her. I honestly don't fully even remember what I said.
I think that's a cool way to like you're going to look back at that and you're going to see the state that you were going through, and you're really going to be like, wow, that really was just a phase in your life.
Yes.
That's a good way to validate that, like, your growth, things change. Mm-hmm. You're going to get through this.
Yes. Because, like, I already know I've gotten through what.
Right.
I think was she 24? Either 24 or 25. I don't know. But I chose 28 because 28 has always just kind of been this age I've looked forward to. Literally since I was a kid, I've always, like, when I would meet 28-year-olds, I'd be like, how
You're
is
28.
it?
It's such a pretty number,
It's such a pretty number. It's my golden year.
Yeah.
March 28th is my birthday. Like, I don't know. I've always just been so attracted to 28. So you should do one too. Like, I feel like everybody should, we have video now. We have so much technology. Like, make a time capsule for yourself.
Oh my God, I'm going to.
Why not? Like, I think video logging things.
Video logging. Vlogging.
Vlogging, literally vlogging. But it's different because vlogging to me is like YouTube. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel.
Right.
Video logging. I know Liza does this too. Like, when she's just like in a moment, happy or sad, she'll literally just start recording and won't even necessarily address the camera. She just like captures the moment. And in a way, part of me wants to be like, oh, but just live in the moment. But like, no, you forget things.
Yeah.
Our brain can only hold so much, especially mine. Literally pea brain. I can't remember anything. So like, I'm so grateful to have the platform I have and the job I have, because I'll really get to be able to see what I've gone through, and because I know I'm gonna forget.
We kind of talked about how it's so cool that like our kids get to see this, but like, what about us? We get to see this in 30 years too.
Like, maybe we're sitting with our kids right now watching this.
Oh, I hope.
Like, and I don't know about you, but even right now, recording this, knowing it's gonna come out in a few weeks, and it's still like current times, I still can't fathom that an older version of us is going to watch this. But like, hi Kristen, hi Alex.
Yeah.
But it's like, doesn't it still feel like it's make believe?
We've kind of like talked about this before, me and you.
I already know what you're saying.
I've always been able to like picture my life up until like my late 20s. Like, I kind of saw what kind of life I would have, and for the most part it's kind of like fit that.
Amazing.
But I've never.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Hello. It's really cool.
But there's parts of my life that I have always like envisioned that haven't come true yet. Mm-hmm. But then there's parts of my life that like I literally can't envision. Like, I don't see myself past like 33.
But that doesn't mean it's not going to happen.
Right. It's more of like, well, and like my Virgo brain's like, no, I have to know where I'm going to be.
Yeah.
But
good luck with that.
Right. And that's kind of cool that it can kind of be whatever it wants to be.
The future is not guaranteed, and that's kind of a dark statement, but also a light statement.
Right.
It depends how you look at it. Like,
it gives me like kind of freedom to build.
It gives you all the freedom.
Right.
Literally nothing is written.
And I think my brain has always, like, growing up, I would envision these certain parts of my life, and if I didn't achieve them, it was a failure. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I've been lucky enough to have been able to kind of like form my life the way I've always envisioned it, but not having the vision past this certain age or whatever. It's kind of like, at first it used to scare me, mm-hmm. but now it's like I can do whatever the fuck I want.
That comes with like your own spirituality. You've matured from envisioning what your life was when you were 14, journaling it and shit.
Totally.
Your brain is quite literally developed more. Like, I think there's so much more that goes into that, but there's so much beauty in that. I think, that's such a common question. Like, if you can be shown the rest of your life right now, would you want to be? Fuck no.
No shot.
Hell no. I don't want to see anything.
Or like the dreaded question, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I hate that question. And when I get asked it, I say, I hate this question, and I make people feel bad for asking it because fuck that question.
Yeah, no, fuck that question.
Who fucking cares?
Stop asking that question.
Stop asking that question.
Don't ask yourself that question. Don't ask others that question. It doesn't matter where we'll be in 5 years. Because it matters what we're doing right now.
Right. And granted, have goals. Please.
Please
fucking have goals. And we, you know, contrary to what we just said, like, we still believe in having a goal and making sure every day you're working at it. Motivation. Like, that's still all there. But don't be obsessed with an end goal.
Yeah.
Because that end goal can change all the time.
Well, then you find yourself so focused on the end goal, and like, it sounds cliche as fuck, but like, it's really about the journey. Like,
wait, I'm gonna add that to the playlist. The Climb by Miley Cyrus. She's literally like that.
She gets it.
She gets it.
But seriously, like, you're so focused on achieving your dreams and your goals by the time you're a certain age. It's like, whoa, hold on. You're 26 years old. Look at your life right now. Like, be happy with what you have.
Yes. And I think
don't take it for granted.
Right. Another thing to anybody listening and our kids listening, like, be a kid. Like,
yeah,
it's so hard. I feel like we were even told that when we were kids, but like, it's especially in like current society and whatnot, everybody's growing up so fast, and everybody's just like rushing to become a CEO and you know, make all these big, I put quotes, adult goals, which is great. Again, have goals. We just said that, but like, I have to say, like, some of the most fun times of my life were when I was broke as hell.
Yep.
Like,
in middle
living
school.
Paycheck to paycheck, like, yeah, in middle school, just dicking around, like,
no, like,
didn't care what anybody thought. Right. Like, really,
no worries in the world.
Yes. And it's so hard to preach that to somebody who's in that.
Right. We always wanted to be, you know, when you're 13 or when you're 10, you want to be 13 because you want to be a teenager. When you're 13, you want to be 16 because you want to drive. When you're 16, you want to be 18 so that you're an adult. Right. Like, you're always looking 5 steps ahead. And then you forget all about the times where you literally don't have to, you can wake up on a summer day, middle of the week, and not have a care in the world.
Literally, like, let's go get Slurpees and then what? I don't know. Who cares?
Yep.
And
I don't have to be anywhere.
You don't feel shitty for it. You're not like, I could be productive right now. Like, oh, you guys, just
please don't take that for granted. If I'm talking to my future kid, like,
please stay a kid as long as you could be a kid.
Yeah.
Think about that. We are kids, then we're teenagers, and then I feel like most of your young adult life is figuring out how to be a kid again.
Yeah.
How to talk to your inner child. Like,
maybe you don't have to talk to your inner child as much as
you see? So if you learn something from us, like, it's just like, slow down. Like, it's not that serious. At the end of the day, we're all gonna fucking die.
I saw this video. No, for real though. I saw this video and it was like, what'd it say? Oh, they often say that life is too short, but really life is really long. Mm-hmm. Life is really long. Yes. And so live your life. We're so young. Take it day by day. Mm-hmm. And you'll really, I think when your mindset is super fast paced, that's when life goes by super fast. Mm-hmm. But if you just slow the fuck down and really like take it minute by minute, you'll find that your days feel longer.
Yep. And it depends how you measure your time.
Right.
Where everybody's using years. What is it? 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year in daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee? Like, how do you want to measure your life?
Right.
Because if you did it in cups of coffee, fun.
So fun. Oh my God. And then you can be like, I had 2 cups of coffee with this guy last week. What a great week.
Right. Or like our friend Bree. Whenever there's it's my favorite part about Brie.
It's
Brie. I know you're listening.
My favorite
and
thing
we fucking
ever.
Love you so much for this one.
I saw this on a show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When Brie's excited for something, she says, like, say she's coming here in 4 days. She goes, "I'll see you guys in 4 sleeps." 4 sleeps, and then
measure
it almost
your shit in sleep.
It makes it like
makes you feel like a kid.
Yes, it makes it like
because you wake up on. It's like when you wake up on like Christmas.
Daunting.
Right. And you wake up on Christmas morning.
I just have to go to sleep one more time and then it's Christmas.
Like, or like the night before you go on vacation when you're with your family.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, I just want to hurry up and go to sleep.
Yes. And like get it
over
with.
I can wake up.
Yes. Oh, that's amazing. People
practice like those little things.
Yeah. find what gets you most excited.
Right.
Like I feel like coffee is a big one. Like we all get so I go to bed thinking about my yummy coffee I get in the morning or my yummy matcha I get in the morning. Like that's what you're going to remember. That's what's going to make you feel good.
I really like measure my weeks or like what I get excited about in Sundays.
Love that.
Like my family growing up Sundays has always been such an important day in my family. Not that like we would do like crazy good like things, but literally every Sunday growing up, we would sit on the couch, watch shows, literally no care in the world. Yep. And I really like, I try and do that with all of us.
You do. You've done that to me, like since living with you the past few years. Like my Sundays used to not mean anything. Like, to be honest, I used to really dislike Sundays because it meant I had to come home from my friend's house and get back into the school week. And like Sundays, since I was a kid, have been embedded in me as like, dang it, the weekend's over, time for Monday. Like it was never really enjoyable. I knew I couldn't go out that night. So, but then I would feel guilty to sit on my ass because like I need to get ready for the week.
That's such a common view of Everyone hates Sundays because Monday's the next day.
That's like, it's like the like corporate view of what a Sunday
right.
is. But no, Sundays are slow. They're soft.
Yes.
They're quiet.
I'll share.
Funny.
I have a personal Sunday playlist. I'll share it with you guys.
Yeah.
It's like it's supposed to be a slow day.
Yes. And like, don't feel bad for it. Don't feel guilty for it.
Literally lay on the couch all day if you want to. It's supposed to be a reset for your mind, your body, your soul. Like live your Sundays.
Yeah. Or like just don't do anything and don't. I feel like I keep saying, but like don't feel bad about it.
Right.
Because I feel bad. I feel so guilty whenever I'm like a piece of shit and don't do something. But I'm like,
that's what the weekend's for.
That and like sometimes when it's so hard to get up and do something, there's a balance between like forcing yourself to do it because you know you need to do it and like you need to pull yourself out of your funk. But then I always ask myself, like, is this coming from a place of laziness? Because like it be like that sometimes.
Right.
Or is it coming from a place of where your mind, your spirit, whatever, is literally just begging for like a break real quick?
Right. And are you wanting to be productive and feel that day because you want to be productive and feel that day? Or are you coping with something and you want to hide that and you don't want to come to terms with a slow day where you actually have to stop and think.
Like, think about things.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with that. Ask yourself that one.
I loved the way this turned.
This episode, we literally had no plan at all, other than like, let's just talk to our kid selves. But then we took a break like halfway through this and we were like,
what direction can this go
into? With this? But I don't even know what to call this episode. I guess we'll know by the time it's posted. We'll think of a title. But I just hope this kind of gave you an hour to sit and check in with yourself, whether it's your future self, your current self, your inner child,
your future children.
Yep. Or send it to somebody you love that you think might need this. I just feel like it's important to just check in with yourself and
slow down.
Slow the fuck
Life
down.
is so long, like take advantage of its length.
Yep. Slow down. That's what we're going to leave you with.
I could cry.
I could cry in a good way.
Yeah.
Like a good cry.
Should we go have a good cry?
Should we go bowling?
Say less.
Dada. I went and you went. Okay, Pinky's. Like, do you want to go bowling after this?
Yes, let's go bowling.
Okay, fuck yeah, we're going bowling, guys. Woo! Thank you so much for listening. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, please rate us 5 stars and let us know what you think. We
have a playlist.
We have a playlist.
Go listen to it.
Go listen to it. If you're on YouTube, make sure you like and prescribe. And we love you guys so much.
We're your prescription.
Okay.
Comment.
I already said that.
Oh.
Bye.